His parents, the first thing on their mind is, what's in it for the dunya? Let me get him to the best school. Let me get him to the best tuition centers. Let me get him to the most educated of neighbors. Whether they're atheist or not, it doesn't matter. We had a child, right? And he comes and tells us that most of the students in his secondary school, right? So many of them, they practice as their religion atheism. They practice as their religion atheism, not believing in God. Now imagine being around such a people. Our parents, they're not thinking what's in it for the Akhirah. That's what they should be thinking. Whether their son becomes a road sweeper or he becomes the top surgeon, it doesn't matter. That's nasib of the dunya that Allah has written for him. But if he becomes a surgeon and he's lost his religion, what's the point? And if he becomes a road sweeper and he has the best of his religion, then there's nothing beyond that. Why? Because a believing person has to look at what's in it for the Akhirah first, and then it is secondary to look into what's in it for the dunya. Because Allah said, وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. Don't forget your portion of the world, because we live in this world. We have to have a livelihood, and it's good to have a good livelihood. But how to reach to that livelihood by the expense of our religion? What's happening now? At the expense of religion, children are given dunya. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means, I'll tell you what that means. Ramadan just passed. So many young people at the age of 14 who've reached the age of maturity, they're not fasting. You ask them, why are you not fasting? My mom said the days are too long. Isn't that right? Yeah? Bichara's going to get hungry and thirsty. What's happening? This child is being made to lose his religion at the expense of the dunya. Who told you the days are long in Ramadan? Allah Azza wa Jal blesses every moment of Ramadan with such blessings that enrich the soul so much that no one thinks about hunger and thirst. The blessings of Ramadan are so much that, and they're so intense that they don't leave the believing people all year round. You ask young people, why are you not fasting? My dad said don't fast because you're going to school. So school has now become a barrier between this person and his religion. But who made that barrier? Not the school, the parent did. For you see children who are trained by their parents, they go to school, they memorize Quran, they fast, they get the best of results. They get the best of results. Just downstairs when you leave, the Muslim news is downstairs on the safe. Just read the first page and raise your heads. A 17-year-old boy, Muslim 17-year-old boy, has reached Cambridge. At the age of 17, he has got admission into Cambridge with the highest of results. And listen to what he says. He says, with sincerity and practice of my religion. So if this can happen, and it's happening across the country, do you know the best school in this entire country? It's on the mail. I just showed someone downstairs, the Mirror, the Daily Mirror. Someone sent me a WhatsApp last week. There's a new league table that's been made in this country, not only for GCSE results, but for GCSE results, job prospects, university prospects, punctuality, truancy, behavior, everything inclusive. A survey was done amongst 3,000 schools in this country. The school that topped all of them is a Muslim school. The school that topped all of them is a Muslim school in Blackburn known as Tawheedul Islam. It's a girls' school. They topped the entire country. Every grammar school they topped, every public school they topped, every private school they topped. Why? Because they did not catch the dunya on the expense of their religion. What's happening now is you speak to parents about religion and they say, but brother, he's got to grow up and eat. He's got to grow up and eat. Tell me which person of religion died hungry? Tell me which person of religion died on the streets, homeless? It doesn't make any sense. Why? Because the question that's rotating around the mind is what's in it for the dunya? How about we change that question? What's in it for the akhirah? And when that becomes the question, what's in educating my son for the akhirah? What's in letting my son get the best of jobs for the akhirah? When we answer that question, the dunya will come to us. The dunya is inferior, it's but a slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah gives it to whomever He wishes, those whom He loves and those whom He doesn't love. But you know this religion, Allah only gives it to those whom He loves. So our teacher Habib Ali, he would make a dua and he would say, Allahumma innaka tu'ti dunya liman tuhib wa liman la tuhib. Oh Allah, you give this dunya and material and wealth to those whom you love and those whom you don't love. But religion you only give to those whom you love. So make us from those whom you love and give us that which you love. The believing person, when it comes to his children, has to be one who answers this question: what is it in it for the akhirah of my child? I am responsible for his akhirah, I am not responsible for his stomach. And that's a declaration from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah said, وَمَا مِن دَابَّةٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ إِلَّا عَلَى اللَّهِ رِزْقُهَا. Allah said, there isn't an animal, a beast upon the earth, except its stomach, its sustenance, its food is upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not upon anyone else. It's not upon parents, it's not upon society, no one. Allah feeds. And the Prophet ﷺ said, if you had reliance upon Allah, then Allah would have fed you the way He feeds the birds. They leave their nests empty stomach in the morning and they return back with filled stomachs. So the problem that